Hello and welcome to the first day of chapter 10. We're going to be working with circles in this chapter, and there's a lot going on with circles. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of go over some vocab in day one. So it says we're going to use properties of tangents. Day one, we're just going to focus on circle vocab. And then tomorrow we'll learn a couple of theorems. So you guys have already seen radius and probably diameter before. Double the radius, you get the length of a diameter. Some new words though from this slide would probably be a chord. A chord connects, it's a segment and has two endpoints that are on the circle. And then a secant is very similar to a chord, but a secant is a line. It intersects a circle in 2 points. So it's kind of like a chord that extends into a line. And then we have a point of tangency and a tangent there on the bottom. A tangent intersects a line, a tangent line or a ray that intersects a circle at one and only one point, and then that point is called the point of tangency. So there's a lot of vocab for you guys. In the next slide here, I'm just going to kind of go over some sample problems that involve the vocab. So it says, tell whether the line, ray, or segment is best described as the radius, chord, diameter, secant, or tangent. So I'm just going to kind of go through some. The first one is AC. That'll be a radius. Next is AB. That would be a diameter because it's a diameter is basically a chord, but the diameter goes through the center of the circle. DE would be our tangent. Ray DE over here is our tangent, and then AE right here, this is our, and notice how it's a line there, so that would be our secant. And then let's go down to AG. So AG is right there, that would be a chord. And then CB here, another radius. In example number 1, which is what we just talked about, name a tangent and a tangent segment. Okay, so a tangent, we'll go with DE, would be a tangent, and then a tangent segment, we could say DE, segment DE. There you go, so that's just practicing some vocab. Radius, diameter, they just want us to calculate the radius and the diameters of a few of these circles here. And then just so you guys are aware, the plural of radius is radii. And all radii of the same circle are congruent because they're all the same length, of course. Okay, the words radius and diameter are used for lengths as well as segments. For a given circle, think of radius and diameter as segments and the radius and the diameter as lengths. So when you attach the word the to it, it becomes a length. So when it says find the radius and the diameter of the circles, they want you to find a numerical value rather than just point to it. So C and D, okay, so C is right here. You can just count 1, 2, 3. So the radius here is 3. The diameter is then going to be 6. And then for circle D, 1, 2. And the diameter would be 4. Pay attention to your units. Here it's going up by ones. Sometimes might be going up by 2s or 3s or something. So always take a look at your graph. All right, coplanar circles. 2 circles can intersect in 2 points, 1 point, or they may not intersect at all. Coplanar circles that intersect in 1 point are called tangent circles. Coplanar circles that have a common center are called concentric. So we have 2, we have 1, and we have 0. Okay, so if they intersect in 2 points, it can only look like that there. There's our 2 points there. There's no other way that those circles can intersect. And 1 point, you could have a couple different scenarios. They could be like that there, or they could be like that there. And 0, okay, well they could just be like this, or they could be concentric circles, where they that have a common center. These would be concentric circles. So, got a couple different things here. We're going to talk about tangents of these different cases. So, tangents of these different scenarios or cases here, we have what's called a common tangent. It's a line, ray, or segment that is tangent to two coplanar circles. Now, the word coplanar just means they're on the same plane. We're dealing with we're not dealing with 3 dimensions here. That's what they're talking about. So this one here, you can have a common tangent there, you can have a common tangent there, you can have a common tangent there. So you got a lot of different ones. So I'm going to go over some sample questions here. How many common tangents are there, and then draw them. So we have that one, that one, that one, and that one. So there's 4 for that one. This one has those, and then that one there. This one has those there. So that one's 4, 3, and 2. This one has 2. This one has 1, and this one has 0. So those are what we call common tangents. And that's it for today. Just practice your vocab. Make sure you guys understand what secants are, what tangents are, chord, radius, diameter. And I will see you in class. Thank you.